Alright, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. Alright, so we are here on 495 and we're going to do a little FSD highway drive for you all here today. So thank you for watching. Hope everyone watching this is having a great day. We are here in Maryland on 495 West heading towards Virginia. So I've got FSD enabled. We are on the highway. We got a really sharp turn coming up. A little mile marker for anyone local who may be familiar with exactly where I'm at. You can see the temple from afar over there. And look at FSD handling this really curvy turn. Suggested speed I think was like 50 on this, but it took it at 68. Handled it really well. The Tesla in front of me going even faster, which is not something I'm promoting, but notice how smooth it's taking these turns at these speeds. Just to give you a little idea about some highway driving, when you're on the highway, the chances of mishaps are exponentially higher than any other road in America. So these highways you have to be extremely vigilant on, and having 8 cameras surrounding you really is like a helpful way to navigate these highways. If you're driving down regular, local back roads, you may not experience some of the variables on, day-to-day drive that you will on the highway, because you can never predict what the highway drive is going to be like. There's always someone that may be speeding, or someone that may be driving in and out of traffic, and someone that could slow down fast in front of you. There could be trucks blocking your vision. There's so many variables. Always take into account the weather, the wind speeds, and everything, so these are just something that you have to always account for. And having FSD Autopilot on the highway, I think arguably is really safe compared to the human driver per se that doesn't have it. So I'm just trying to show you how FSD and Autopilot scans the traffic around you. Does a great job about analyzing the dynamics of the road, making sure that it stays in its lane. Granted, it goes the maximum speed limit that you give it. So all in all, you can see it can really handle the highway driving really well. FSD on the highway just started with version 11, and we're on 11.4.9. So really interesting to see how far it's come along, because I feel very confident, with the car driving right now. So just to show you, it can even do highway lane switches. So as soon as it finds its way, it does a really comfortable job about switching lanes there, and that way you can kind of really analyze your driving patterns and figure out the way that you like to drive. And if it's constantly in the passing lane, then you want to leave it on assertive. If you don't like the car switching lanes by itself, then you can actually select, like right here, minimal lane changes, which depending on how my drive goes, I will select that. And then I'll try to do some of the lane switches myself. But a lot of times I just let it go on assertive, and it does a really good job about weaving through traffic and staying the speed limit, but not camping out in the left lane. The only issue I tend to have is when I get someone that's speeding up behind me. FSD is just gonna kind of like camp at its speed. Say I set it to 70 and someone's going 75 behind me, like, that just happened with that Range Rover over there. So that's kind of why I turned out of that lane, because he was, very much in a rush there. But that's some of these variables that I, have to always account for on the highway. Safety is very critical on the highway, way much more so than regular roads, because take a look at that truck. Say if he wanted to, for some reason turn and merge onto the highway, I had like 2 seconds to make a decision there that could have affected all the cars around me. Like, it's very, you just can't get comfortable on the highway at all. And I think that's something that FSD helps with, you know, just in case there's that split second that something reacts and this car swerves out, you know, FSD might swerve around it. Just having that option on the highway is really helpful. Just to have, you know, see how it notices this car's brake lights on, and it does a really good job about that now. And I don't think it's actually picking up the brake lights. I think it's actually sensing the fact that the car is slowing down. So it's doing a pretty phenomenal job at that. All right, let's take a look at this really sharp turn here. Like all these arrows indicating to slow down to 50. Let's see, FSD got down to 56, which is not bad. Now it's slowing down a little bit more, 53, I'll give it that. This was a really sharp turn. This is kind of like the official last stretch of Maryland, and we'll be heading into Northern Virginia here in just a second. And notice how it did a phenomenal job merging onto 495 here, and let's see how it does. Well, I don't think it's going to actually take merge unless I indicate, because I selected minimal lane changes. So I indicated and put that input in. It still did a great job. This is actually the lane I kind of want to camp out in. But let's see, if I deselect minimal lane changes, let's see what happens. Notice the second I did, it indicated to change, and notice how it did a really great job, because it detected that this lane is moving faster than this lane. And it may do it again, and just like that, in the middle of a turn, it does a really nice job about switching lanes. Something that I probably wouldn't have done myself. Like I was just talking about camping out in that lane, but notice how it moved over very safely, created a lot of space around the car, and went the maximum speed that I told it. Push that up to 70. And I really like the way it did that. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Comment below if there's something that you didn't like about it, or did like about it, or if there's something different that you want to see. I'm trying to you know, give you kind of more examples of different roads, like neighborhoods and highways, and show you how FSD reacts to real life situations. So maybe you can make that decision yourself if you find FSD could be, you know, appealing to you. I suggest maybe subscribe to it. If you have a Tesla, you can do it right on your car, and you can try it out for a month just to see what it's like. It's like 20 bucks. If you know, it's not something I recommend. Like it's required. It's definitely like more like a want than a need. But if you can try it for your, you know, commute for like a month to see what it's like, I think it's going to answer a lot of questions, and it'll be really impressive. I highly recommend you check it out. I got a link below in the description that'll give you 3 months free of FSD if you are looking to purchase a Tesla, or actually even do like a test drive. Take a look at the link below. And yeah, definitely something interesting to add on to the car. Look at all these Model Ys here. And let's see, FSD now wants to try to get into this right lane, because we actually want to take this exit here right after the bridge. So yeah, all in all, really good job here with the drive. I will make the argument with enhanced autopilot, you do get pretty much the identical drive. Navigate on autopilot does share a lot of qualities with FSD when it's on the highway. So that way you're basically able to switch lanes, get on and off the highway. You're mimicking an FSD drive very closely if you have enhanced autopilot. You can pretty much get to your, you know, destination for the most part using autopilot. And if someone has a lot of highway miles on their commute, you know, you can make that argument that enhanced autopilot may be a good upgrade for you. That way you can really take advantage of Tesla's autonomy on your car rather than just basic autopilot. Alright, so we are officially across the bridge now, taking the exit here for Georgetown Pike. I want to thank everyone again for watching this. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And and I hope you have a great rest of your day.